E aí, meu povo, bem-vindo de volta ao Final Fantasy XVI. Pronto para mais missões secundárias. Aqui um Gaut.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look.
Nothing like a little unrest.
Let the dame hear you say that. But there were ghosts at the gates, not days. Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
Beleza, missão secundária, vou adiantar um pouquinho os trechos de conversa.
My wards and I may soon be with...
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty...
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders. Second, not that any of those things still exist.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a foundation upon which to build in. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded...
He would rob the populace to pay...
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around.
How? A man whose stated aim is to revive the Empire, Philippe's comrades. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. No. Any attempt to incite, but given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to for your services to Northreach? You, and unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty. Well?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Tell me then. In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops.
All right.
Nova direção.
I may have met this duke before. At the remembrance ceremony. Let's hope I didn't make a strong impression.
Halt! Oh, sorry about that. You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. I was hoping I might be...
We're under orders not to let any civilian... But you should be all right. His Eminence, just wait here.
So, you are the sellsword who lent his aid, and I shall see it. But tell me, is it...
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about...
Ah, you are worried the expanded garrison will render your... Yet you needn't be. Pride of place, in fact. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed, which is more than can be said for Oriflamme. The Empire wants for a capital, and with Caer Norvent as her citadel. We need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already soon enough. These thralls...
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, you will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sandbreck is to be rebuilt, she will one whose authority... That is why this levy... So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed. And yet, there are those who...
I suspect there are...
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you would sow the seeds of your new empire in your own salted earth.
Sabine, we have discussed it.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the empire before her citizens would lead...
Without an empire...
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
I'll come back later. A citizens' revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. It wouldn't hurt to ask them. Let's begin with those on the other side of the wall. I've been hearing a lot of talk.
Nothing good, are we? Going around acting like he owns, and with hardly a word to the dame. This is...
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, just need his eminence to sod off.
Flame, you know?
Right there.
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Flam.
Oh, not much. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer. And now he's trying to drive us out completely. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
I heard the dame got an Eikon with the man.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't you build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you if he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purse. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures
You're the one who was talking to his eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but what do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me, listen, I've got nothing but respect for the dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the... If the Duke can get us the men and the equipment we need to fight off those blue skin.
I left everything.
As long as you remain, the veil will see to your needs.
I hear the Duke of Oriflamme plans to turn this town. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, he's... Look, no one likes all these once Sanbreque is back on her feet.
Pô. Aparentemente o povo não quer saber e os soldados não estão nem aí.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the...
Well, I mean, look around us. The traders might not like having the screws put on them. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do...
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this. Captain.
For you? So thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, it's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to...
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved.
That's right. I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either.
Thank you, Clive. Protecting the people I love is what matters. Well, duty calls. Thanks again.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Clive, were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was.
Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thrall, though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say...
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders, and not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sanbreque, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well.
Why?
Because I realized what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to stand together. With you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us. That has always been Northreach's best hope. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the Guard.
Not a...
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet, especially with men like you and Philippe. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Se não adianta essa conversa, eu estaria conversando com o Duque. É facinho para ganhar 3.200 experiência.
What's happened? Ah, Clive, you'll be...
That is good news.
Yes. Our comrade in Randall, but I still have much and more to prepare. It's a huge You couldn't do me a quick favor, could...
What is it this time? More wild beasts?
Nothing like that. I just need you to go over to the caravans and ask Elle how long we have until the bearers arrive. Find out exactly how much faster I need...
All right.
Thanks, Clive.
Don't blame yourself, Elle. I know, but no buts about it.
Is something wrong?
Vonnie came to give me a message from the talks with the Republican Army. They've reached an agreement with the Silver... Though prices have fallen of late. We deliberately offered above the going, but the Consortium offered double what we did. And the
You had no opportunity to...
None at all. And we were so close.
Elle? I saw Vonnie leaving. She didn't look happy.
And with good reason.
But I thought we were the only ones the Fist was... How did the Consortium even...
It's not so surprising. This isn't over. The Consortium will have to sell these bearers eventually. I'm going to Randalar myself.
Alone?
Are you offering to be my bodyguard? How kind. Meet me at the checkpoint near the capital gates. I'll send an owl ahead. You go to Cashlock, Theo, and get everything ready. Even if I fail to free these bearers, someone needs to prepare the place and keep any proud...
Oh, and that's me, is it? Well, it looks like I'm following orders till she gets back from meeting the Silver Peak Consortium. She'll never join them after this, surely. No, she said it herself. She means to stay with us then. I can't say I'm not happy to hear it, but...
You have to trust her.
You're right. And if El's off fighting for the cause, I should do my part too. So I bid you farewell and safe I'll gather my men and leave for Cashlock. We'll make you go to Randalar and see if you can stop my sister biting the consortium's heads off.
I'll do my best. All right. To Randalar, then. Better not keep Eloise waiting.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal.
Looks like this is the end of the road for us. When are they gonna let us through?
I don't know.
Let's go. Time to fight. I hope I didn't keep you waiting. Did you arrange to speak with the consortium?
Here they are now.
You wish to consult with me?
I did. It's about the bearers you recently We had all but finished making arrangements to buy.
You misunderstand. The consortium. It was only our regard for you that kept us from bidding. But your hesitancy in accepting, and so we resumed our business.
I did not hesitate. I am simply not inclined to make such. But what is done is done.
Alas, you are too late yet. We rarely take on such unconventional merchandise. The bearers belong to him.
Who is your buyer?
A trader from a most demanding fellow. He insisted the bearers be fed, dressed, even given their own bunks for the voyage over. That's what you get when you deal with continental types.
I wouldn't know.
Oh yes, the culture on the continent is quite different to ours. They pay good money for bearers not fit for the knacker's yard.
That does sound... No matter then. If they've already left our shores, there's little that can be done. Allow me to withdraw my interest. And with it, my interest in joining your organization.
My associates will be sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry you weren't able to save them.
As am I. He was right. The Silver Peak Consortium did intend to buy those bearers before I did. Their representative hinted at a possible purchase when he came to recruit me. I feigned interest in joining them in the hope he might be encouraged to tell me more. As soon as he left, I sent my own offer to Randalar.
So you never...
No. I entertained the Consortium's proposal solely so I could learn more about those bearers. But I was a fool to think they wouldn't find out. I knew exactly who I was dealing with.
You tried.
I did. And they deserved more. I wanted so badly to see them freed.
Eloise! Eloise! Word from Cashlock. The village is under attack. A pack of beasts have come down from the mountains, and there's a dragon at its head. Theo and the others are trying to hold them off as best they can, but the odds are against them. They need help.
Theo!
I'll go on ahead.
Thank you, Clive. I'll gather some men and join you there.
Hold on, Theo. I'm coming.
Ah, não, vou ter que ir por aqui.
Let's go.
Peraí. Aqui.
I can walk from here. Where's Theodore?
Upriver!
He led the dragon that way to keep it from the village.
We just have to pray he makes it out in one piece.
I can do better than that. Torgal, with me.
Eu tinha vindo aqui já quando descobri esse vilarejo. Lá atrás tem uma encosta bonita do lado direito. Esquerdo.
Creatures have already turned. Any more time. I need to find Theodore before that dragon does. Looks like it's found me. This thing's turned as well. This isn't going to be easy.
sugando 130 mil.
Clive? Theodore, you had me worried for...
Vixe. Era bichinho.
We have to get you out of here. I think it might be a little too late for that. Bearer or no, there's only so much ether a man can take, and that Drake just wouldn't let me leave. You have my thanks, Sid, for finishing what I could not. For keeping Elle's dream. Theodore! So will you! Theodore. Take care of my sister. Theodore. Wait. Goodbye, Elle.
Thank you, Clive. I think I'll be all right now.
That was true bravery he showed. Leading the dragon away from the village like that. His first instinct was always to protect people.
And now he's gone, because I sent him to that place.
It wasn't against his will. He was ready to do whatever it took to show you he could stand on his own.
To live my own life. He never could come to terms with the choice I made.
What exactly happened? You once told me Theo was the first bearer you ever helped.
We grew up in Canva. We were born to one of the great trading houses, and I was chosen to inherit the family business. I had my father's head for figures, you see. Theo did not. While I studied the art of commerce, he played at soldiers instead, a late bloomer. For unlike most bearers, it wasn't until his 15th summer that his powers awakened. My parents tried to drive him out of the house and into the care of the constables. But before they could...
Theo told me something else. He clearly admired your devotion to the cause of freeing others like him from slavery. But he said you deserved a better life than this. He wanted to free you from what he called your bonds, just as you freed him from his.
I would be lying if I said I had not wondered from time to time how much easier my life might have been if I had allowed Theo to be taken. and devoted myself to the family business instead. But I have never regretted the decision I made. Being with Ione. He was never a burden. How could he even think that? If anything, I was the one who weighed him down.
You weren't, Eloise. He said it himself, that he had always been grateful to you for saving him, and that he wanted to repay you by letting you live the life you were denied. Neither you nor Theo weighed each other down. You loved one another. You did whatever was necessary to continue living your lives together, and you always would have.
You're right. All I ever wanted, all I ever did, it was so we could be together. Oh, Theo. Why did you have to...
Choro de superação.
I know Theo wanted me to move on, but I'm staying here at the Crimson Caravans to continue our work. We can make a difference here. We can help people, save them. I need nothing more from life than that. So I'll carry on doing what we do, ensuring that goods, people, bearers get where they need to be, bringing smiles to people's faces, just like we always have, and to Theo's, wherever he is. This is the life I have chosen. The life I will always choose.
To continue helping you however I can. Whenever you need it.
Thank you, Clive. Let's go on together then. For Theodore.
Parece nos aposentos de Clive e Ciclone Escarlate. Essa é uma coisa que é rapidinho.
Eloise isn't the type to give up. You won't find a finer array this side of the strait.
Por que tu fala assim? Tu é doido? 20 mil, 25 mil, tu começar a comprar essas coisas. Acho que tem uma conquista aí, vou ver antes de comprar. Não tiver, não compro não.
Farewell.
Beleza, meu povo, então é isso. Vou parar por aqui. Na próxima ter aqui mais 3 missões, é isso? São 3 missões. Beleza? Se vem em breve com mais Final Fantasy.